world is immense, but only a handful of places match the ruthless, lethal intensity of Alaska, and you're about to discover exactly why. Could you brave a place where freezing temperatures can end your life, where bears dwarf automobiles, and where darkness reigns for months at a stretch? In today's video, we're venturing into Alaska, one of the planet's most savage, extreme, and astonishing territories. It's the journey you probably wouldn't dare to embark on, yet it's the one you simply can't afford to miss. Picture yourself journeying into a region where simply stepping outdoors can put your life at risk due to lethal temperatures. A place where sudden snowstorms trap you unexpectedly, no cell phone coverage, no hope of rescue, no second chances. This isn't some dramatic Hollywood scenario. This is Alaska, a landscape equally astonishing and unforgiving. Here, frigid temperatures have claimed more victims than wild animals ever could, regularly plunging to an extreme 50 degrees in winter. These aren't exaggerated tales, they're real-life facts. Venturing to Alaska goes far beyond booking flights and packing luggage. It's diving headfirst into an environment that demands caution, careful planning, and perhaps even a dash of daring insanity. After all, who willingly sets foot in a world where immense glaciers, sleeping volcanoes, and massive bears, both polar and grizzly, share the terrain? If you're intrigued by why this could be the one adventure you might never want to actually experience, yet desperately need to understand, stay tuned until the very end. What follows may alter your perspective on our planet forever. And hey, if this exploration has already captured your imagination, be sure to subscribe to Discovering the World. Around here, each new step brings a remarkable revelation. Situated between shifting tectonic plates and under the jurisdiction of the United States, Alaska isn't its own country. It's America's largest state by far, yet among the least inhabited. Back in 1867, the US acquired Alaska from Russia for just $7.2 million, a purchase sarcastically dubbed Seward's Folly by skeptical Americans at the time. Little did they know they'd secured one of the continent's richest lands, overflowing with oil, natural gas, and gold. From a geographic standpoint, Alaska is simply extraordinary. Stretching deep into the Arctic Circle, it lies upon the turbulent Pacific Ring of Fire, famous among geologists for its volatile volcanic activity. Ever imagined seeing a snow-capped volcano? Here, that's a common sight. The colossal Alaska Range slices through the state, crowned by Mount Denali, North America's highest peak at 6,190 meters. A towering white giant known to claim the lives of unprepared climbers. Alaska's glaciers are so massive that, from above, they resemble vast rivers of ice slowly winding their way through mountain valleys. And indeed, these glaciers flow, shaping valleys, uncovering ancient fossils, and forging pathways for newly born rivers. A land where everything reaches extraordinary levels. Alaska stands as one of the rare places on Earth where nature and time still reign supreme. Nothing here is modest, fragile, or predictable. Alaska is home to more than 3,000 rivers and over 3 million lakes, but that's just the beginning. Here, if something grows, it grows huge. If something lives, it endures extremes. Take, for example, the undisputed kings of cold waters, salmon. The legendary king salmon, Chinook, renowned for traveling thousands of kilometers upstream to spawn, can grow up to 1.5 meters long and weigh a staggering 45 kilograms. And they're never alone. Every summer, millions of salmon return to their birthplace rivers, a primal spectacle that attracts both bears and astonished travelers. Now picture standing face to face with a bear. And not just any bear. Alaska hosts the formidable Kodiak brown bear, one of the largest subspecies on the planet. Adult males can stand over 3 meters tall and weigh up to 680 kilos. To the north, polar bears dominate, surpassing 700 kilos, making them the largest land carnivores on Earth. These silent predators are patient and deadly, yet undeniably mesmerizing to observe from a safe distance. But bears aren't the only giants here. At sea, humpback whales leap fully out of the water, seemingly defying gravity, while killer whales, with their striking black and white patterns, hunt together like packs of ocean wolves. Above, even the tiny Arctic jellyfish glow ethereally in shades of blue and green. Meanwhile, beneath the ground, microorganisms trapped in permafrost for millennia awaken when thawed, a striking reminder that Alaska is an unpredictable natural laboratory. Speaking of ice, there are towns here where it never truly melts. Barrow, now called Utqiagvik, is the northernmost city in the United States. There the sun may vanish for 65 consecutive winter days, and then, during summer, refuse to set for nearly 80 days straight. Life operates under extreme cycles of relentless darkness and perpetual daylight, rendering clocks practically meaningless. Can you imagine living in a place where the local grocery store is only restocked by airplane? In remote Alaskan communities like Nome or Bethel, that's just part of everyday life. Some villages are accessible only by sled, boat, or small aircraft, and the cost of living can be 2 to 3 times higher than in most cities in the lower 48 states. But who exactly calls Alaska home? And why would anyone choose this challenging lifestyle? The answer lies deeply rooted in a craving for freedom and solitude. Here, your closest neighbors are ancient forests, crystal-clear rivers, and mountains so remote they remain unnamed. Many Alaskans settle here seeking reconnection, not just with nature, but also with solitude, simplicity, and the primal essence of survival itself. Then there's Alaska's hidden wealth. This state is a natural treasure chest. Oil, natural gas, gold, zinc, and even precious stones like jade and amber abound beneath its rugged surface. The raw wilderness we admire today was once the scene of gold rushes that transformed towns like Skagway and Nome. About 730,000 people inhabit Alaska today, though most reside in urban areas such as Anchorage and Juneau. Vast stretches remain utterly uninhabited, blanketed by untouched forests and frozen tundra. Yet indigenous communities such as the Inupiat, Yupik, and Aleut peoples thrive here proudly, upholding ancestral traditions, living off hunting and fishing, and surviving harsh winters using wisdom passed down through generations. Moreover, the local culture is just as resilient as the landscape itself. There are stories of frozen cemeteries where bodies never fully decompose, preserved indefinitely by the permafrost, the permanently frozen ground. And if you're wondering whether it's even possible to be buried in Alaska, the answer is yes, but it's far from simple. In permafrost regions, cemeteries often resort to artificial heating methods or even explosives to dig graves during winter. Amazingly, Bodies buried decades ago sometimes remain remarkably intact. Researchers have reported finding clothing and recognizable facial features on bodies interred back in the 19th century. And make no mistake, the cold here is deadly. Every year, there are tragic stories of people who underestimate winter's harsh reality. Something as seemingly simple as warming a car in a closed garage, venturing out without proper cold weather gear, or accidentally falling through partially frozen lakes can quickly turn fatal. Alaska was also once dinosaur country. Fossil excavations have uncovered rare hadrosaur and theropod species, along with preserved footprints of entire herds roaming these lands more than 70 million years ago. Such discoveries suggest Alaska was a migration route for dinosaurs uniquely adapted to colder climates, especially notable on Kodiak Island. Scientists believe that during the Cretaceous period, Alaska's environment was significantly warmer, supporting lush and vibrant ecosystems. So, have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, now's the perfect moment. Here at Discovering the World, we transport you to Earth's wildest extremes without you ever needing to leave your couch. But why choose Alaska? And how exactly do you prepare yourself so you don't come back with regrets, or worse, frozen solid? Traveling to Alaska isn't for those dreaming of sipping colorful cocktails at luxury seaside resorts. It's a destination tailor-made for travelers seeking stories that defy explanation, landscapes that leave you speechless, and experiences powerful enough to reshape who you are. If you're genuinely considering this journey, preparation isn't optional, it's vital. Start with your luggage. Ordinary clothes won't cut it here. Think triple-layer thermal jackets, insulated boots, and serious survival gear. Yes, survival gear, because something as simple as a charged power bank can literally mean the difference between calling for help and freezing silently. And don't skip the satellite GPS. Cell phone signals vanish completely the moment you enter your first valley. Planning a summer visit? Brace yourself for endless daylight and mosquitoes. Yes, Alaska's infamous mosquitoes are so aggressive that locals jokingly call them the unofficial state bird. Bug repellent isn't a suggestion, it's essential for your sanity. If your heart is set on a winter trip, you'll need even more meticulous preparation. Think snow goggles to shield your eyes from blinding reflection. Multiple layers of cold weather clothing, calorie-rich emergency food rations, and basic knowledge of cold weather first aid. Driving? Only in a vehicle fully equipped for icy conditions, chains and all. Camping? Only in officially permitted areas with clear communication to local authorities, so they'll know exactly where to start searching if you vanish. And despite all these daunting challenges, is the journey still worth it? Absolutely. 1,000 times yes. Alaska isn't just a destination. It's a state of mind. It's like stepping back in time to experience Earth in its purest, most untamed form. Here, you'll watch the northern lights dancing gracefully overhead, hear glaciers cracking apart with echoes like blue thunder, and sense the presence of wildlife that views you as neither dominant nor significant. It's a place where silence speaks louder than words, a profound, icy silence, bursting with life beneath the surface. You return changed, more aware, more humble, more deeply connected to something that no skyscraper, Wi-Fi signal, or daily routine could ever provide. And if you're still wondering why anyone would willingly live here, the answer lies in its raw beauty and the everyday trials that test human limits. Choosing Alaska means embracing a purposeful life, intimately connected with the natural rhythms and cycles of the planet. For many, this kind of existence far surpasses anything a city could offer. Did you enjoy this adventure? Now it's your turn to discover even more. Hit that like button, share this video with someone who craves authentic experiences, and subscribe to Discovering the World. With every new video, we take you where few dare to tread. See you next time.